listening to the Cosmic Celebrity Podcast, where spiritually gifted persons receive information and tips on awakening their consciousness to develop and integrate their abilities in their daily life through spiritual growth. Here's your host, Athena Lucine.
I harmonize in order to survive, modeling instinct. I seal the store of life force with the galactic tone of integrity. I am guided by the power of universal water. On this episode, we'll be talking about magic being real when it's aligned with universal laws and order. You'll also receive intuitive energy, healing, and divine downloads that will naturally realign you to your unique vibrational frequency, your unique divine essence, your soul imprint, that will awaken your consciousness so that you can live a more fully integrated and balanced life, right? I call that, really embodying your cosmic celebrity, right? So when you're living in this third dimensional construct or the planetary construct as a mystic or a spiritually gifted person, and you are fully awakened and integrated and nurtured and developed in your abilities, you are embodying more and more of your cosmic celebrity. So naturally, there is a process in nurturing your abilities, embracing your abilities through self-love, through understanding about your abilities and how they work and how they can be a blessing to you and others. Yeah, there's a process in that. There is a process in that I like to associate with your spiritual growth, right? Your awareness of the universal oneness and all there is, the divine source energy, creator of all life. So let's get right into it. So basically, magic, there's been so much talking about magic and, exactly what magic is and, is magic real or is it not real? And the bottom line is, it is real. Magic is what many persons who are gifted in other ways, but not necessarily spiritually gifted, would call miracles, right? Miraculous happenings, right? The unexpected happening, right? Something, an unexpected turn of events in a person's favor, right? That's what many people call miracles, but as spiritually gifted persons, it's more than just simply miracles, right? This is magic. This is spiritual magic that allows certain outcomes that is highly favorable and beneficial for you because you are connected very naturally as a mystic and a spiritually gifted person to the spiritual, the supernatural, right? So the spirit world. And so whether you have an awareness of this or not, you're kind of like tapped in to this powerful realm. And through that connection, your magic is very real. And it's more real when it is aligned with universal laws and order. And so this podcast is not about us getting very theological. And, some persons understand their gifts and develop their gifts by reading books and so on and so forth. But I like to stay in the intuitive, instinctual space because that is really what developing our abilities is really about, is allowing that intuitive heart magic, right? That intuitive heart knowing, right? The magic of intuitive living, carefree living, just truly being integrated and balanced in yourself and with your abilities, right? From within, right? And allowing your reality to reflect that integration. And so every day becomes quite magical because you see yourself, your life, and the world and everyone around you through magical eyes, through the supernatural eyes. So when someone else sees hopelessness or depression or pessimism, you see optimism. You see that glass half full. Simply being able to have that empowered perspective, just that within itself can be considered magic because everything starts from a belief, an empowered belief that can actually help you to raise your frequency so that you can actually perceive the solutions. You can be at the frequency of the solutions. You can be at the frequency of really elevated thinking, higher mind, and creativity. And with that comes solutions, right? With that comes intuitive nudges. With that comes just an internal guidance, a clarity with your connection, and understanding that, listen, you are in absolute power of your outcome. You are a creator. You are empowered. You know exactly what to do when you need to do it. But your awareness is what needs to be sharpened. You need to become more aware of this. And when you become more aware of this, you'll see the everyday magic all in your life, all around you. So specifically, in terms of speaking of magic and universal laws and order, essentially when you are living from your heart space, when you are living in a truly balanced space, when you are wanting the things that you want, and when you seek the outcomes you want to have manifest, when you do that in integrity, when you do that with deliberate intention of having the things you're meant to have so that you can actually live a fulfilling life. So, for instance, if you are desiring to live in an ideal living space and you are really tapped in, you tap in and you connect, you reach for your higher mind to come up with the solutions of how you're going to get that money, where you're going to find the resources or the people that you need to bring that all together so that you can manifest your home, your beautiful home, so that you can stay inspired, so that your home can be complementary of the level of self-love and the level of awakened consciousness as a wonderful creator, right? You want a home that's going to complement that. Well, that's called a divine desire. And so when you stay tapped into that and focused on that goal or that desire, you will see magic literally happen. This is how people manifest things in a very short period of time. So there's many talk about magic also not being real and just being an illusion. Well, the thing is, what is absolutely true is that universal law is in existence. It is true. There is cause and effect. There is a divine order to the process, in the process of creation, in the process of having peace of mind, self-love, happiness, and just serenity and just contentment, and truly living a divine life. That's all magical. The persons that you see, and you yourself may have even experienced, really challenging adversities, that you were able to stay calm, right? Stay loving, kind of like keep a really higher vibe and a hopeful expectation for a positive outcome. Well, that's magic. That's alchemical magic. That's spiritual magic. That is being in the doingness of being a gifted person, a mystical person, right? And some of you may have even been accused of just being heartless because you are able to stay calm through the storm. It's something that persons who are not very spiritually connected and aware of struggle with. They get caught up with the illusion. The real illusion is the third dimensional triggers and conditions that causes you to worry and feel fearful and depressed and feel an experience of lack that is not real. What is real is your natural state. What is real is your spiritual intuitive nature that is always guiding you step by step on what the next thing that you need to do that kind of magnetizes all the things to you that you need that's beneficial for your life so that you can have a fulfilling life, so that you can have those deeper insights, right? That's true magic when you can live from your heart and be happy, blissfully happy and carefree and just have a spirit that is undieable, like where you shine your light no matter what. Now, many of you may shine your light, but on the inside, you feel like you're dying on the inside. You feel like you're lonely, but it's like you're still shining your light and still doing the best that you can to move on. But the problem is you got to get that from the inside. You got to feel inside, like internally fulfilled and whole and happy and jubilant and rapturous, right? Revel in your abilities to create true magic in your life, right? So understand that there are universal laws. You can, go ahead and research on universal laws, the laws of opulence, the laws of cause and effect, the law of just being oneness, just universal oneness. Take the time to spend time with yourself if it's easier for you so that you can have a logical, practical frame of reference for the intuitive knowing that you're meant to feel free and carefree and not constrained and confined by third dimensional societal taboos and programming and belief systems that don't serve your growth in any way, right? That tells you that you're wrong or there's only one way of doing life, right? There's only one way of expressing your giftedness, and as a mystic and a spiritual gifted person, you know that there's just something that yearns to be free and in expression of your divine essence, right? So whatever you're doing, you want to be the best at it. You want to constantly be improving. You're always finding something that you want to improve because you have a very high standard for yourself and you're always committed to your personal development and your growth. Like that's magic, right? That's magic when you just tend to magnetize the right people and circumstances to you. But this is a very high level of self-love and self-worth, right? When your whole reality just starts to reflect a truly magical existence where you have a wonderful life. You have, the relationships that are truly nourishing for you because you have allowed the relationships that were toxic and no longer nurture you, that you've outgrown, you've released those relationships, right? To embrace something new. You've stopped fighting for the limitations. Now your life truly works. Now your life is blissful because you have done the work to strengthen from within so that you can really unleash your magic. And living a magical life means that you are unapologetically you. You know exactly what you want. You have gotten to the place where you know that you are divine. You know that you're gifted. You know that you're here for a strong, empowered reason and purpose. And just because other people doesn't get it, you no longer deny those beautiful abilities and those beautiful gifts. And you no longer play small in your life. Now you start opening up to all the possibilities. Now you start opening up to all the things, all the people that you have desired to have fulfilling, meaningful relationships with, right? So now you've cultivated a new tribe, a new circle, a new persons in your life that empower you and support you. And even if they don't get you, they still support you because they're expanded enough in their consciousness where they're able to do that and meet you there. Yeah, this is all about having a multidimensionally fulfilling life, fulfilling existence that is pain-free and suffer-free. But unfortunately, some of you hold on to the limitations. So you dim your light. You don't use your magic. You don't explore and self-discover so that you can tap into your magic and your divine essence. Because some of you love the suffering. Because you've suffered for so long, you don't even know what non-suffrage looks like, So it's like you have to make a choice to love yourself. Jan Van Zandt would say, vote for you, right? So you have to make that choice to vote for you. Unleash your magic. Understand your abilities. Love yourself. Spend time with yourself. Explore, self-discover, and allow the real magic to flourish. Because when you're in harmony is the key to having real magic. So it's another way of saying being aligned with universal laws and divine order, right? So be in harmony with yourself. Stop with the internal conflicts about your abilities and, playing it small and, wanting to be other people and not wanting to embrace your gifts because you feel like, oh, you're so different and you just want to fit in. Well, you're not here to fit in. You are mystic. You're spiritually gifted. You're not here to just be a hermit or accept this notion or ideology that something is wrong with you or you need healing or you're broken or your relationships aren't working because you're weird or you're just not able to have nourishing relationships. The problem is you're trying to have these relationships with people who don't have the consciousness, the capability to even get you. They're not spiritually gifted. They're not prophetic. They're not empaths. You're living in a world where people are self-centered and self-absorbed because the world, this paradigm has created that. This paradigm has created that force field to compete with other people. It's like to only think about yourself in the egotistical way, because if you don't do that, you ain't going to survive. So it's like survival of the fittest, right? And now you're here as this empath and you're so full of light and compassion and you just want to help somebody else out to your own detriment, to your own emotional and energetic exhaustion. And you don't see nothing wrong with that. You just think that you just need to succumb to that. Instead of just getting the self-love and the confidence and the understanding that you're not here to be a doormat. You're a mystic. You're spiritually gifted. You're here to shine your light. You're here to do great things. You're here to develop these abilities. You're here to have massive impact. And that does not mean be a doormat for anybody. That means understanding human nature. That means getting healthy in your psychology. That means picking your friends in your circle a little bit better. That means having some more self-esteem. That means loving you. That means knowing when to be silent, having the confidence in your abilities that you are always guided, having the confidence that you're always going to be in the knowing of everything you need to know. Trust your abilities, trust your senses. That's what that's about. That's true magic. That's true magic. When you are in the energy of your own powerful supernatural force field and you're doing what you came here to do, whether or not you can put the words to explain how you knew to do what when you did it, how you knew what to say, how you tapped into that inner guidance, right? You don't have to be able to explain it. Be it. That's more important. Be it. Believe in yourself. Live it, right? Embrace it, right? And activate that inner magic. Activate your spiritual glow. Activate that divine essence that is unique to you, right? Stop caring so much about what other people think. Live your magic. Live your magic. Because I'll tell you what's the real illusion. The real illusion is sitting here waiting for other people to validate you. Sitting here waiting for other people to come and uplift you, right? Sitting here waiting for other people to have you on their mind 24/7. People are worried. People are in scarcity mindsets. They don't have time to be focused on you and to take time to understand you. You need to understand the world and yourself in the world and stay balanced with your abilities and stay truly integrated and keep loving yourself and be proud of your magic and honor your magic, right? And allow your life to truly unfold and your spirit to truly blossom in really magnificent ways. Right? The magic of self-love, the magic of just up-leveling you, up-leveling your psychology, up-leveling your understanding, up-leveling your sense of perseverance, right? Letting your inner strength really help you and guide you to the point where you don't care about what anybody else thinks. Because when you get to that point, when you don't care what nobody else thinks about you or your abilities or your weirdness or your this or your that, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Live for you. Start living for you. When you start living for you, all of a sudden magical things start happening. The same people who rejected you, they start coming around. See? It's human nature. Once you understand human nature a little bit better, you'll start to understand that contradictory behaviors that people are doing towards you, it's not about you. It's about them and their lack of self-awareness. That's why the things they say and do are incongruent, because they're not aware. They're not awakened. Their consciousness is not expanded. They're not spiritually gifted. They don't have the insights. They don't have the intuitive nudges you do. They would do anything to have that. You have beautiful gifts. Embrace it. Embrace your magic. Share your magic. Allow your magic to really allow your life to blossom and unfold, right? And stay strong. Stay uplifted. And don't be afraid to be by yourself if you need to be, so that you can really tap into your magic, so that you can raise your frequency, so that you can do supernatural things, right? Have supernatural outcomes, manifest one good thing after another. Start getting all these creative ideas of, fun adventures that you can go on and things you can do and, how you can be more connected with your children, how you can really start living for you and start feeling that, that sense of lightness, right? Because you're not carrying everybody. You're not worried about what people are thinking, right? And all of a sudden, it'll feel like all of a sudden they're on one part of the spectrum and you're on the other part of the spectrum. It don't even matter. You just here enjoying your magic. You rendezvousing. You in the rhythm of the universe. You dancing to your own cadence, right? You in your own zone. You in the zone of living, right? So do what you have to do. Embrace your magic. Magic is real. Explore your desires. Make sure your desires are divine desires. Make sure that you are allowing yourself to be in integrity with how you conduct yourself. Understand that, what goes around comes around, cause and effect. Understand that when you bless others with love, it's going to come right back to you. Keep your thoughts positive. Keep your thoughts pure. Think positivity towards other people and watch how that positivity comes back to you tenfold. That's being in integrity with universal laws, right? And order, right? Understanding that you're solid in yourself. You're solid in you. You don't go out your lane to hurt anybody or wish anybody any harm. You just focused on your life, what's meaningful to you, what brings you joy. You're focusing on what type of human being do you want to be? What kind of mystic do you want to be? Right? How you live your life in integrity, how you live your life congruently, right? Whether it's your values, your morals, the things you believe, start examining yourself. Are you a hypocrite in certain areas in your life? That's what I'm talking about. Universal laws and integrity and being in alignment, and allow your magic. Do the inner work to allow the magic of you to shine. So I've been really tough on you guys lately in these podcasts because before I tried to be very light and very, but it's like every time you hurt, I hurt. I hurt when you hurt because we're all connected. And I know what it feels like to be spiritually gifted and not understood. I understand what that feels like. But then I also started to recognize, you know what? I have power in the situation. I'm here to tell you that you have power in the situation too. The people who are hurting you, hurting your feelings, not respecting you, not appreciating you, treating you like a doormat. Guess what? They couldn't do that without your permission. And I had to face that hard reality. And I had to tell myself the truth. And I had to say, well, I was the one who had poor boundaries. I had to take accountability for that. And the minute I started doing that and empowering my life, my magic started really shining through. I started to all of a sudden, people who didn't even like me or understood me, they had to respect me. They had to start respecting me because you know what? I started respecting myself. I started being accountable for places and areas in my life that I was being a hypocrite, that I wasn't telling myself the truth, right? The areas where I was keeping it safe for myself, even if it meant lying to myself, right? So I'm just here to say that to you. So the minute you can be in integrity with yourself, the minute you can be in alignment with yourself and truly examine your life, thoroughly, really reflect on your life and the things that's happened and accept responsibility and start telling yourself the truth, right? As best as you can and be willing to become more aware in your life. It's delicious. It's like a different flow. It's like a more magical flow. It's an effortless flow. It's a lighter flow. It's like you're just vibrating on a whole nother frequency. Things just come to you. All the beneficial and good, juicy stuff and experiences in life just start coming to you, just start flowing to you, just like that. And you're like, wow, I don't even have to put all this effort into manifesting. I don't have to even put all this effort. Now I have people chasing me down, trying to be friends with me again, or trying to understand what's my secret sauce. Why am I, illuminating so brightly? Why everything all of a sudden working out so well for me, right? Because they want to know. And guess what? I don't share all of me with everybody because you have to work for the access to me because it's a new boundary. It's a new requirement and standard that I've set for myself, right? So some people, I just don't have much to say to. I'm more silent, I wish them well on their journey and all that. But I understand that as a mystic, as a spiritually gifted person, everybody's not going to get me. And it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. The more you can accept that, and the more you can just be authentic with yourself, be genuine with yourself, love yourself, accept yourself, embrace yourself, girl, I'm telling you, girlfriend, boyfriend, you become magical, okay? Your very essence is magic and it's real. It's real. It's aligned. Ain't no illusion about you. You're the real deal. So I just wanted to kind of encourage you and inspire you here. Don't give up, keep living, keep going. And I think a lot of you guys really need to hear this right now. You really need to hear this right now because a lot of people are struggling to be able to raise their frequency. Some people don't even know, what do you mean raise my frequency? Some people don't even know, that basically everything is energy, right? What energy are you carrying in your force field? Are you feeling hopeful and optimistic? Are you really loving yourself? You got to just love yourself. Figure it out. Start thinking about your life. Please start thinking about what's beneficial for your life. Who's beneficial for your life? Whoever is causing you pain and discomfort, I'm telling you, get rid of them. I hate to sound like that, but if I need to be more direct with you so you guys can come alive and really start experiencing yourself in a more empowered way, then I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do that because it's important to me for you to get this. Because I don't want to see you suicidal. I don't want to see you depressed. I don't want to see you being a doormat for anybody. I don't want to see you continually on this vicious cycle of just up and down in emotions and energy drain. And I don't want to see that. I want to see you shining beautifully, brightly, and living your best life, living for you, being truly happy and blissful, because that's what you deserve, and just have your magical glow all around you, and just being in divine order and being in balance, being in harmony with divine order and being in balance and being centered and being healthy psychologically, emotionally, mentally, intellectually, just doing all these awesome things that your abilities gives you massive support in being able to do effortlessly because you just connected like that. You multidimensional, you spiritually gifted. Embrace that, love that, So if there's someone you feel that, can benefit from this, share it in the spirit of love. I welcome your comments. I want to hear what you have to say about this. I feel I always try to tap into the energy, right? Before I do these podcasts so that, I can be as inspirational to you as possible. And so that something awakens in you, your consciousness expands and you become more aware of yourself in a way that you hadn't before. So share it in the spirit of love. Go ahead and comment, make a comment to this podcast. I check the comments and I respond personally. I don't have anybody that I've hired to do that deliberately because I actually enjoy the interaction. This is my passion because I know that you're here to do amazing, wonderful, supernatural things where it's oh my gosh, where people will be how in the world did you do that? How did you accomplish that? How did you get that breakthrough? How did you get through that adversity? Well, you spiritually gifted. You have supernatural strength. You have everything that you need. You just need to awaken to it. You just need to embrace it. And you just need to really believe in yourself and get strong from within. So my name is Athena Lacine. Of course, I am a galactic beacon of expanded love and light consciousness. I came to this third dimensional construct to assist you and to guide you in your spiritual growth and your forward movement in expanded consciousness back to the universal oneness. It is my absolute joy to support you and to serve you. And I look forward to your comments and I look forward to responding. So that's it for now. Abundant blessings and blissful moments.